All right, hello everyone. It's me, Chrono JJ. I'm back. Um, been feeling sick lately, but I'm feeling better now. So we are doing some recorded games, Age of Mythology Classics, episode number 22. Think so, 22. And we've got some games picked out already. We've got the first one is TSM Fen versus LNC Velite, and then after that we'll do the Mist of versus Magic on Oasis. Depending on how long this first one is, I hope it's not too long. And it'll be shorter if I start it now. So let's start it now. Fen versus Velite on Savannah. Let's make sure you guys can see the game. It looks like you can. And let's organize my chat box here so it's not sticking way out into the game. And what do we got? We got a couple of old names here. Not super old, but they're old. This game's from. These games are usually around 2011, 2012 era. Now we've got TSM Fen up here in the left as Zeus, and we've got Velite as Odin. Now Velite, not an Odin player by trade. I know him, or knew him, because he doesn't play anymore, as an Aranos main. He was pretty good Aranos main. Um, but a lot of people probably don't remember him or really care about him because, well, he was an Aranos main. And nothing against Aranos mains, but in this era, the 2011 time, 2012, you had quite a few Aranos players, and they're all pretty much the same. I mean, and it's probably still the same today, you know. You play Aranos, is there really much of a difference in the playstyle? Not really. So Velite kind of falls underneath the I don't know, the carpet or something, so to speak, because nobody really talks about him because he was just another Aranos player and he wasn't the best, but he was really good. Like he's kind of like a worse Army Corps, a worse Sensei, but still good, but not good enough to win. So then, if you're the third best at something, what does it really matter? If you're the third best Aranos player, who really cares? I'm gonna care more about the number two and the number one. So that's Velite. But he's pretty good. Pretty good player. Won some RTS League 3v3 tournaments with LNC back in this time period. And oh, nice little herding of the zebra with the scout there. TSM Fen, I've always kind of seen him as TSM player's little brother. He's not, but that's kind of what I've always kind of considered him to be. He's basically TSM player because he plays Zeus just like player always played Zeus, though player did kind of move to other gods. But yeah, he played Zeus and was slightly worse than player. So similarly to how Velite kind of was overshadowed by Sensei and Army Corps, you had TSM Fen basically being overshadowed by his own clanmate, player, and also like TheMista, who played Greek, and Zeus a lot too. So therefore, Fen, while a top player, didn't really get the fanfare that the other players did because again he played Zeus and there's quite a few good players that played Zeus back in the day, so if you're the third or fourth best Zeus player, what does it really matter? But we got the old Savannah, and the old Savannah, like any of the old ESO maps, can be kind of wonky, and this is a little strange here. Um, he's doing some forward gold mining. I think just to save on having to build an ox cart. And to get in on all of this gazelle here. Um, does player still play? Not much. He might. I haven't seen him playing. He might be playing on some Smurf slightly, or maybe he's not playing at all. I'm not sure. But okay, so keep in mind, this is before the patch. So in this day and age, Odin was certainly not a meta pick. Odin would have been viewed as one of the worst gods. Better than Gaia, and that would have been about it. So Velite here playing Odin against Zeus, he shouldn't have a chance. This matchup was one of the reasons why the whole Woobly balance patch came to be, is because properly played, a Zeus on the original ESO balance patch would completely decimate Odin, among other matchups. But like uh, Odin should not be able to win this game. Should not even really be able to be competitive. Um, so we'll see what happens. I would imagine this game was included in the whole AOM Classics that I downloaded because there's probably a reason. So I doubt we're going to see an absolute steamroll here. A little bit slow advances too, 510, which is maybe because the starting hunt was a little bit rough as he's going all the way down here to the corner. Elephant. Yeah, now Odin is overpowered. Nah, Odin's in a good spot. Overall, the game's in a good spot. We got a relic, the Black Lotus, for faster farming. The Girdle of Hippolyta for archers, a little bit stronger. Sigma saying he's glad to have the classic wreck, but yeah, here we are with it. Do we bolt the Valkyrie? We sure do. Does Fen know where... Whoa. So he does have this scouted. He can click on the deer and see that there's no hit point bar and know that they're dead, but does he know? Does he actually know that the Odin is hunting here? Now, in this day and age, what we would have seen, watch out for your, oh, at least let him get his special. The 5.5 minute starts that we had here, we wouldn't see this. And while Fenn's taking a really terrible fight, you do not want to lose your Minotaur. 16 hit points. Oh, he just was able to get out. Because you want to save your Minotaur for him to be alive for your restoration. But yeah, he gets one more hit from a Herseer and he's dead. And I think Velite knows what's going on down here as we see the villagers running away. Did Velite actually have that scout? No, he didn't. He was just actually coming down to check. Looks like coming up around the corner. So these villagers would have been safe if they would have stayed there. But now the Minotaur's dead. And we might see, I don't know, if we would see a really bad resto here. This isn't, I guess, not a terrible fight for Fen, because Herseer are really expensive. Nice job pulling that back. And of course, Defender's advantage, so Fen will get reinforcements back quicker. And yeah, now Velite will have to fall back. Raiding Cavalry almost dead. Herseer okay. Overall, that was alright though for Velite, because he gets to keep on hunting. Eventually, this matchup would become where the Greek would just age up by like 445 and then just be sitting on the hunt right away. Odysseus, Jason, Hoplite, Minotaur, and it would have been the end of the era for hunting. But here with the very slow age up, Velite's able to continue to hunt. And now we saw, okay, I missed the forest fire in the back. Just to kind of cause annoyance, make a storehouse have to be rebuilt. So he's, okay, yeah, this is his rebuilt storehouse. And yeah, these villagers, very precarious. This is one of those things where if they get found, it's probably game over. But Velite does not know that these elephants are down here. So he's not going to scout it. Does he have his elephant scouted? He does. So he should know that since there's one elephant spawn on this side of the map, there should be another elephant spawn somewhere. So he should kind of be looking for that elephant spawn, but this is where you kind of have to understand how map generation works. He could have maybe kicked that villager to the underworld, but decided to run away anyway. Hello, Daniel, the Matador. Now we gotta watch out for... Raiding is always so dangerous because you can get a lot of damage in, but if your army gets trapped, like what's going on here, it can instantly become very bad as the raider because then you start losing units and it just wasn't worth it in the end. How often do you see someone go 1-1-1 in this matchup? No, I don't know. I haven't been watching enough recent recorded games to know. I feel like nowadays you'd see more of like centaur plays and stuff. Maybe. I don't know if you'd see a 1-1-1 with restoration anymore though. Like an Athena 1-1-1. I feel like you would just see a Hoplite Toxote now and no Hippocon. So Velite's at 91 of 105 pop. Fen is at 94 of 95. Just has been able to get away with murder down here. Shoot, I mean, those raiding cavalry just could have hopped right on there. We did see an extra Minotaur being trained. And these raiding cavalry, like, they're going for a flank, but they're just running into more units. So this was a really bad fight for Velite. Yeah, like he's nice little raid on this gold here. Like Fen he's got an army, but yeah, this is where the fast speed of the raiding cavalry really is really helpful, where they can just outrun the units and really strange pathing by Fen for where these villagers went. I don't know why they wouldn't have gone this way to the army that was following. And instead they went this way, which resulted in a few more deaths. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, like 5 villager deaths there. Nice little catch from these raiding cavalry, and they might finally... Oh, are they going to see it? Are they going to finally see... Oh, these villagers! He finally sees them, but he runs right past! Could get a few kills here. A little bit of a lost opportunity. He's going to kill one villager, and that's it. Ooh, I don't know if you want to turn and fight this. I guess there's not too many units here, so this should be a good little cleanup again from Velite. I mean, given how... See, if those dudes right there wouldn't have stopped, maybe helped out their brethren, it would have been a little bit better down here. But the villagers do get away safe and sound, and the Valken on the Minotaur, it's really big. But uh-oh, we got some dead villagers over here. And this is the part of Greek versus Norse that to me makes this matchup the best matchup in the game. Because it can just get cutthroat. And again, we've got more raids over here. Villagers going down. We've got Fen should probably push in on this spot here. He still has restoration, yet he's trying to clean up all of this these raiding cavalry, and he kind of has. I mean, these raiding cavalry are so low hit points now that you can't really raid with them anymore. And now we got Velite is kind of perma stuck in classical age, farming as well, and a pretty large army, and it ran right past. Where's... Ooh, there's the army. We might actually see the Norse here get caught in a bit of a pincer. And we definitely have to see a restoration used here. Just fight. Fight, resto. We still got resto, right? Yep. Use it! There we go. Alright, restoration used with the 8 seconds of essential invulnerability. And with where the army was, Velite had to fight this because he couldn't retreat, and this will turn what would have been a losing fight for Fen into just an absolute avalanche for him. I mean, there is no way that Fen wins that except for, of course, restoration. And that is the power, the 8-second restoration, which is essentially 8 seconds of invulnerability. And Velite's army, because he got trapped in between there, I mean, he could have maybe ran the raiding cavalry and the throwing axemen another way, but in the end, like that fight there, that restoration undoes all of the good things that Velite did up to this point. And now he's going to start having a little bit of a hard time mining gold. The scout ran past here. Velite should have noticed the scout and kind of had like... Oh, he's going for the trap. Okay, I see. I thought he was going to like run away. So he's going to come up here and then hopefully kind of herd these units down this way and then trap them. There we go. Yeah, these are going to be a lot of dead villagers here. Oh, Velite didn't notice the scout running past, so he thought his villagers were safe, and this is going to be 6 dead villagers. Oxcart dead over here. I think there was a couple villagers that died, and now Velite, he still has 500 gold in his main town center. But yeah, lost, I guess, one lucky lady left. Survived. But yeah, that restoration. That's the thing in this matchup. The 8-second restoration. Like, as the Norse, you just have to be so careful because you get yourself caught in a position where you have to take a fight. That restoration turns that fight into just a huge loss. So just getting trapped here, losing his entire army because he got caught out, and now he's gonna be losing his base. I mean, he can defend. It's not over because he did a ton of damage. And now he's gonna run to this gold mine because he knows his gold mine is basically out, which should tell him that the Greek gold mine is gonna be out as well. So now he's checking gold mines and doing a really good job. Some of these villagers were already low anyway. And getting some more good kills. A couple, 3 or 4 villagers dead there. And we'll have probably Fen just sit on this spot here for a while now. Mine gold from here, keep his army kind of in this location. And be okay. And these units will just have to keep on running around. He's coming all the way down to build a granary on this one gazelle that has 36 food left. Oh, that's so inefficient. So bad. 33 food left by the time he gets this. Oh. Nice fight here, though, for Velite. Getting the throwing axemen in on the axemen, or the hoplites, and the raiding cavalry coming around the back to get on the Toxotes, so that's really good. And only 2 heroes, of course, and which means these Valk are going to live for a while. These Hippicon, I don't know what they were doing, but they were out of position for a while. Come down here and get in on the throwing axemen. And Odysseus now doing Odysseus things. And in the end, this fight, which looked really good for Velite, kind of became middling here. Just a little bit of an equal fight. Better though for Velite. I feel like Fen had more units into this, and this does mean that Fen now has to retreat again from his gold mine. Odysseus here just he picks off his last shot. What a coward! He shoots down the Raven. A real hero, huh? Hand axe, pickaxe. Nice eco upgrades for Fen, actually. No husbandry, though. He has built houses in such a way that he really cannot farm. I like this. These 3 farms up here are just so inefficient. Oh, man. No husbandry farming. Yeah, these... Oof. This is the thing when you're on defensive early and you start building buildings kind of willy-nilly. It can really hurt you later because this is some rough farming down here. I mean, oh my goodness. Let's take a look. What are we doing here? We got Velite holding the resources, but sitting at 74 of 105 pop. It looks like he's just gonna save his resources and age up. And he just inefficiently cast the town bell, which made everybody stop working. And here we go. Frost is coming. Trying to get a little raid down here, but Odysseus is, of course, ready, so the Valk have to get out of there. And, you know, I'm kind of... I don't know why Velite was so scared that he had to come all the way back to his base. Like after this big fight here, I don't know why he didn't stay on the gold, because he had the units, and Ben did not. But like basically, Velite is waiting until he has Frost to go out to get his gold, and yeah, these farms. Oh man, so I have had I just got over a 2.5 day headache with COVID. Looking at these farms is gonna give me another day at least of a headache, because this is bad. Wow. Let's just, there's nothing else going on in the game right now. Let's just look at this and think about it. This is some farming right here. Does he at least have husbandry? Oh, oh man. Ow! Makes these farms look pretty good. Oh, Velite's going for, he just bought and sold resources. Going for the one town center, Ragnarok here. He's not going to mine gold again. He's just got an army of Valks running around. Nothing else to talk about other than this Frost Giant who's looking at the chickens that for some reason Velite didn't want to eat. And the Valks are killing a few units and now need to run. There we go. So just keeping Fenn busy. I like this. It's so dumb, but it's so awesome all at the same time. I mean, if you're gonna go for a one town center Ragnarok, doesn't really matter how bad your farms are, because in about a minute, the farms aren't gonna ever matter again. Valkyrie, Frost Giant, 6 throwing axemen, and then we're about to get, I don't know, about 45 to 50 villager Ragnarok. And Fenn is hard stuck in the classical age. Oh, I think he knows what's coming though. He's got two towers on his forward town center, which really, this here, this is meaningless. Velite should ignore this. Who cares? Town center doesn't matter. It's all about the gold mines. So, I mean, Velite has a pretty, I think, if he plays this properly, has a pretty easy path to victory here, where if he just sits on 1, 2, he's just got to sit on 4 gold mines and he wins. I mean, Fenn's stuck in, he's in the classical age. He couldn't even trade if he tried. And now he's going to go. Well, I guess Velite isn't going to do a fast Ragnarok. He's going to gather some gold first. Probably use Frost on this army. Maybe.
Yeah.
To give him another minute. And yep, there he goes. Would have been nice to get the splash damage in with the Fire Giant before he used Frost. And this one Hoplite, for some reason, is the target of everything. This poor Hoplite. I think he should really be finding the hero in here, the Jason, and targeting the Jason down here, and get him, because he's in here right there. Because you kill the Jason, because the dish is going to take forever to kill the Fire Giant. And do we have more Fire Giants in queue? No. So maybe Velite's just waiting to get 115 pop, and then he's going to use Ragnarok. I'm not really sure. I would have thought that if he was going to go this fast to Rig. And now here comes the unfrosting. We still got Jason. Almost dead, though, so no big deal. So, yeah, this army, I don't know why Fenn isn't getting out of here. Get out, yeah. Gotta get out of here. Fenn also needs to age up because he needs Hephaestus Otherwise, he's not going to have anything really that's going to be able to kill all these hero Ragnarok. And also getting that access to that third hero would be very good as well. It's down here. He's got villagers all over the map. Random. Random Hippocon who's like, don't mind me! But he got minded. And grabbing a town center. So this is... I don't know. This is a very weird game. Like, he goes for this super, you know, inefficient, I'm gonna go one town center reg, and then decides like, oh, no, you know what? I'm not, actually. I'm gonna grab a second town center, and the reason that I went this fast to Mythic Age is there really was no reason at all. Other than he did force this. Like, so now the best part is about this Ragnarok. If he never attacks here, this is a lot of wasted resources in towers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 1,500 resources wasted in these towers. Just don't attack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, you don't want to lose these myth units are so valuable. Do not want to lose them. He's gonna grab another town center. So forget the one town center reg. We're going with the 3 town center reg. So funny. Oh, these hoplites caught in a terrible spot. Oh, the pathing. They're trying to run this way and they just... A lot of units dead there. The Toxotes trying to come down here and not going to get there in time. Yeah, I don't know. Like, with him being stuck in classical age, I mean, we could have seen a Ragnarok and just gold starved and would have been fine. I don't know. I think these villagers might kind of stay here for a while. The Toxotes are cleaning up these pure infantry army here, so that's good. And do we have... Oh, we don't have the Odin tech to make the Ulfsarks dodge arrows, do we? That's actually pretty important. Nice little fight here from Fen. Getting towers everywhere. Like, there's so many resources been put into towers. When actually the win condition for Velite is to gold block. But yeah, I don't know. He's even got Winter Harvest. It's nice. Frost Giant here, or Fire Giant, I mean. Fen's got 150 on favor. Wow. Where are the Fire Giants? Like, I feel like the favor's being spent, but I don't know on what. I guess Winter Harvest. Ooh, losing more units here. And the trade caravan. More Ulfsark. This has not been very good for Elite down here. Like, he's trying to do the old Ulfsark raids, but he doesn't have Lone Wanderer, so they can't do anything. His villagers are like, what do we do now? You just gotta build a storehouse down here and probably delete the granary. Or just stand here a while, that's fine too. Yeah, this isn't where you attack. You go for the gold. Yeah, they're gonna hang out for a while. Ooh, nice little site. Build a couple buildings down here, Velite. There we go. Uh-oh. Don't move too far, you're gonna get caught. Wait, this is too close. Surely that's gonna be in. Yeah, it is. Ooh, we do have Underworld. Man, we still got the Ragnarok though. But yeah, these ballista without the burning arrows or whatever it's called. Oh boy, these Toxotes kind of all disappeared. No Lone Wanderer though. That's really a bit of a problem. Just random wall. Army upgrade. Second line for everything for Fen, and just a few of the first line. Or Velite's got the second line. Fen's got a few of the first line. Now he's gonna be able to age up. This is one of those games where a quicker rag would have won it, and now I think it's too late. Oh man. Yeah, Underworld he spills out. Oh, he's gonna build a fortress though. That'll probably get up. Yeah, like this is just the worst place in the whole map to attack. Like, I don't know. You just got to think about the gold. Um, the town center here. This just isn't where you want to go. I mean, we got the upgraded guardhouses. We even have masons. We have fortified town center. We're gonna have Mythic Age soon. Does Fen have a line of sight upgrades? He does. Have one. And now's the Ragnarok. We've got 309 pop rag. I just would have liked to have seen some more fire giants in with this rag. So now where does Fen go? Does he, or not Fen, where does Velite go? Does he go to this town center? I think it's a huge mistake if he does. He's got to go to the golds. So he's checking this gold. He does not know about this gold, which is almost out anyway, 600. So not terrible. And oh no 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 no. Isn't a super fight here for Velite, but he gets a nice little surround. Actually, these Toxotes should have pulled back to here to get under the tower fire. Now they're, ooh, yeah, you waited a little too long. Now you gotta just fight it out. I mean, Fen can replace units, and Velite really can't. So in the end, better for Fen. Could have been a lot worse though. And he's gonna show up here and realize that this is about the only unprotected spot on the whole map. And oh, he does find the villagers up here. These 3 rag heroes. Second line of everything, that's good. We still got these 2 ballista just slowly shooting at this thing. The Ulsark's just hanging out. The fire giant, the frost giant. He's really worried about this back build too, so he's got to come through that because he can't lose his town center, or he loses, his trade route. So he's got to try to do something about that. Get on the market. Is Fen aging up? Almost up Hera, so we'll have a lightning storm. I don't know if you use it yet, because you're really not in full-on panic mode yet. Because you don't want to use it here, because you're going to defend this anyway. There's not enough to use it here. So I think what you do is you wait a little bit, you defend this, and then you come to maybe this gold mine and then use it once blue kind of converges. But Fen doesn't have a whole lot of economy right now. Yeah, these rake heroes were all kind of dying. Now this is in the old patch where the regen wasn't buffed, so they still heal a little bit, but not as fast as they do on the current patch, which is for the best, because regen is a little bit broken on rake heroes. And now we have the lightning storm. And it's going to kill all of this, or almost all of them. But I feel like he could have maybe saved that for a little bit more important fight somewhere, because I don't know. So that was a lightning storm, and it killed maybe 15 rag heroes, which is better than none. But I think we could have seen a little bit better of a lightning storm. 6 hours? That's not normal, man. You need. I need like 7.5. All right, Fen's at 110 pop. Velite's at 160, and he has a trade route. But he doesn't have the upgrade for his caravan. That's so typical. And these Ulsarks have done nothing. And these fire giants, they've done nothing this whole last 5 minutes. And now we're gonna have a big fight under these towers. Well, as long as the towers are shooting at the fire giant, this will be good because that'll tank a ton of the arrows. But this is a lot of hearse here going down for this. I don't know if we maybe should have waited a little bit longer before going in, because now that he's got 5 ballista, he probably could have killed all these towers without losing this much army. Um, but he will get this town center, and he's got, at this point, he's got a good enough economy. He should be all right. And Fen doesn't have much of anything. He's at 62 pop. I don't know. Never used Underworld. That's a very big power spike for Zeus, a proper Underworld. And at this point, what are you going to use it for? There's not a whole lot. And now we're starting to see the Fire Giant spam coming in for Velite. And he's got a good trade route, just doesn't have the upgrade, which I guess makes it maybe bad. But he's got more trade than Fen, who is nothing. We got these reg heroes that have kind of been forgotten about. And the push up here, I don't know if Fen has enough to really do much here. I mean, we've got just medium Hippopus, just Odysseus, no other heroes. Here comes Bellerophon, though, and this is unpatched Bellerophon, who could probably kill all of the Ballista, the 2 Fire Giant, and the Frost Giant without dying. So we'll see what happens. Just run in and out. He can hop in here, kill the Ballista, run away, hop back. Oh, no, you gotta run back though. Yeah, just run out and hop back in. I don't know why he chose. Okay, but the Bellerophon's stupid. Okay, that was a complete waste of Bellerophon. Good job. Good work. Makes him almost look bad. Oh, man. Alright, we've got the Petrobolus down here in the corner. Somehow this Ballista died. Yeah, why did we ever nerf Bellerophon? I mean, if people use him like that, it makes him look terrible. But I don't know if Fen gonna have anything to defend against this. Now we've got kind of all this military here, kind of coming into the suicide zone. We gotta keep them back. Just have your Ballista attack and your Fire Giant. There we go. It's a little bit better. And that's the trade town center down. But I don't know. I think this death push here is just a little too much for Fen. I mean, how can he hold it? He needs Bellerophon out, but he needs to use Bellerophon properly. Like these Myrmidons, they're just gonna get pounded pretty quickly here, and this town center will slowly go down. Okay, Odysseus is targeting. He really wants this. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see Bellerophon. Yeah. There we go. Now get another one. I don't know if I've ever seen Bellerophon use this poorly before. Just hop away. Just hop from... There we go. Now get him out of here and hop up on this one. Come on. You can do it. Are these Petrobolas still down here? Where'd they go? Oh, they're coming up here on this town center. See, now this is how you have to do it. You have to treat Bellerophon with a lot of respect. Misses his jump. Not get out. As soon as your jump's over, you gotta run him out. 43 hit points. Fen's only at 70 pop. He's got nothing. Look at this. Even all of his villagers know the game's over. They'll just stand around waiting for the next one. But we are gonna kill him. Now go in this town center. Oh man, no. Oh, for some reason this army sees the need to come back and defend the Petrobolus that are to come slide back down here and hide behind the wall. Oh no! You may try to mine gold here, but the Longhouse has you found out. And let's get these catapults. Just turn and fight. Kill the throwing axemen. All right, we have a pause in the action. Fenn's still trying to figure out what to do. The Petropolis are gonna hide behind the. There we go. See, you should have done that a while ago. These fire giant. They saw the villagers, but the villagers ran. Here is a fully healed up Bellerophon. Okay, so Velite is, I guess. Oh. Alright. Valiant effort. Um, Velite is kind of a little bit worried about this back build, so he's going to go clear it out. Bellerophon down here is going to do a lot of work here, actually. Rag Hero, 2 Ballista, throwing Axemen. Very, very well worth it. I mean, a Ballista is worth, what, 300 resources? So, I mean, he just killed 600, 750 resources, just like that. And now he's... Come on, get some work in here, Bellerophon. Oh, what is he doing? Like, this is perfect for Bellerophon. Man, you gotta retask though to get your jump back. And he's getting stuck on this stupid Herseer here. I mean, come on. Age Mythology pathing at his best. Okay, now jump. Something. He's not doing it quite right, where he's not using his jump. But yeah, this is... There we go. So if the unit's moving, a lot of times Bellerophon will miss his jump. What I mean by that is, yes, the jump has a huge attack boost. So special attack jump does 100 hack damage and a bonus of 600% damage versus myth units. So 600 hack, or is it 700? I forget how this stacks up. So it's maybe 700 hack. Its flying jump has. And it recharges in... It says 15 seconds, but that's because that's the patch. I think it's 5 seconds here. So yeah, that's how you should be using the Bellerophon, is jump, run, jump, run, jump, run. But Fenn, apparently, even though he's a Greek main, doesn't know that. So he's not doing it. More just busy looking at other things and not grabbing his town center yet. We've got these Petropolis coming out for another foray. This game is kind of just not really rolling along anymore. It's kind of bumping along, where we had a lot of action early. It kind of sat back in the middle, and then the rag was kind of exciting. And now that we're done with that, we're kind of back to not a whole lot going on again. There's so many like random units just wandering around in the middle of nowhere. Like well, what's this? Well, where are they going? Why did they go that way? We've got these fire giants right here that could defend this, but they're busy. The other hero comes wandering through. Oh, I don't know. Is this gonna be like the biggest throw of all throws? Uh-oh, the Valks are gonna save the town center. Okay, here we go. Valks are in to save the town center. We do have Fenn grabbing another town center, and he's on this gold mine. He should not have ever been able to get on this gold mine. For some reason, these two... Yeah, I don't know. Velite seems to have lost his way here. Like, this... Side builds are good and all, but this side build here, I mean... The ramps will be nice. He's got all the upgrades too. But, it's just, this is kind of an unimportant spot to be protecting. Doesn't really matter. Other than you will be able to get on the town center. Okay, so this hero's down, Odysseus, so we'll come back. And myth units do reduce damage to heroes, but still the fire giants do enough damage to be able to kill Odysseus here. So Odysseus will go down. A little bit of a raid by the Myrmidons, who still, these are some terrible upgrades. This town center. Fenn could probably grab this. No, he can't. He doesn't have resources. Just Fen just doesn't have enough economy is his problem. I don't know if he's ever gonna get back in the game because he has no trade. He has very few villagers. Now we've got a bit of a ram push here with an army behind it. He's trying to build the town center now, but I mean, yeah, he can grab it. But in the end, what's the point? You know, he's at 83 of 140 pop. He wants to be at 82 of 160. Um, and he's losing this town center. So finally, now that Velite has decided attacking is the way to win, he's attacking. Old experts, kind of like tier 2 of the old experts, is what I would call it. Oh, the fire giants come in just in time to stop this anyway. So that's insult to injury there, where loses this town center, can't build this one. Myrmidons will now go down. The fire giants attack the Myrmidons. And the Myrmidons over here, you know, showing up to kind of help out, defend, but I think there's enough of an army here along with the towers to defend against this. Oh yeah, yep. Now this is back in the old day where, old in quotation marks, because this is from 2012, this game. Well, maybe not even that, 2011, 2010, somewhere around there. Where that seems old to most players nowadays, but like, this is like halfway through Age of Mythology's lifespan at this point, so this is just medium. But yeah, 10 years old or more. He's gonna try to build this again. Well, build it! Oh, he needs wood. There we go. Now we've got wood. There we go. Okay, he's gonna build that town center while losing this one. Fire giants come in. Bellerophon has been chasing these fire giants, and even though this one is almost dead, he will turn on this one instead. There he goes. Alright. Bellerophon gets stuck in the trees. And why in the world has no units from Velite showed up right here? Just mining gold to his heart's content. Gets this town center, which is going to help him get that one. Because he needs gold. How has Velite not finished this game off yet? Like, I keep thinking that there's no way Fen wins this, given the current state of the game. But Velite hasn't closed the game out yet. And it's a bit worrisome. Like, he gets this town center down, but this one comes up. I don't know. His trade route is not very good. He's got to trade to this town center in the middle. We get 69 gold a trip. It's pretty good. 69 is a good number. A lot of rams here. This could be our death push, or it could be the I just spent 2,000 resources on rams and you killed them all and I didn't kill a town center push as well, because that happens a lot too with rams, and it looks like we're headed that direction instead, where they come in and then have to go out. And this is a nice little fight here for Fen over here. He gets the last fire giant, the throwing axeman trying to get on Bellerophon, who kind of just distracts. And now gets on this gold mine. Finally, he decides, you know what, let's get on this gold mine, but the gold mine's empty. So we now... He's like, wait a minute here. And here come the rams again. Yep, this is what I thought. I thought this was going to be let's spend 2,000 resources on rams and just lose them all. So that's what we did. A well-spent 2,000 resources. Didn't even kill a town center. You know, like, imagine those rams come down here instead. Instead, let's attack, like, the only spot on the map that's defended. And forget about all this down here. Anyway, I mean, at this point, Velite has to throw and throw and throw and throw again to lose. But as I said, it's been about 15 minutes of this, and we haven't really progressed a whole lot. I mean, other than just switching town centers, and now we have an underworld. I'm kind of excited to know where the underworld is. I don't want to see it. I want to find out when Velite finds out, because he doesn't know where this underworld is yet. I imagine it has to be down here and up here, right? He can hold this for a while. He should repair his town center, though. Maybe he can't hold it for a while. Yeah, where is the underworld? You could clear them. Oh, here comes some more rams. I feel like red, yeah, okay. So yeah, the underworld obviously is from here to here. And I think I did choose a team game that would be too long. Alright, well, so we used the underworld to put his army in the wrong position. Are we gonna have like some sort of weird endgame like base trade now, where just Fenn's just gonna jump in here and take out this? But the problem is he has no economy, and Velite has a lot of economy, so I think it's done. I mean, jump in here and come on down. Yeah, we'll have this town center go down as well. Ramming the Myrmidon. 3 more rams in on here. The space is gone. The underworld is gone. And this is basically Fenn's last hurrah down here. Good for him. Yeah, this game has gone on for longer than I thought it would. I have to admit, it did. But that's okay. Like I said, I got a 4.5-hour nap this afternoon, so I'm good. I'm ready for this. But in the interest of time, I think we will just fast forward past this part. It's just... Alright, finally. Get on the gold. So he can't mine any gold anymore. And these Myrmidons are just so annoying. They can make 1 unit, and they're only medium too. Alright, let's. There we go. Okay, finally, Velite, the slowest ever closing out of a game I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looks kind of like both players Ragnarok. I mean, how their economies both kind of got shot here. But well, that was an up and down game, and then after the Ragnarok kind of flatlined for a while, but Velite did eventually pull it out. So those were some kind of your second tier experts from this time period. We'll now go for the first tier experts of the same time period, and for a long time after that, TheMista versus Magic on Oasis. And it's a classic. We've got TheMista and Zeus, and a Magic in the Isis. So this is an old school matchup. Isis versus Zeus. On Oasis, too. But yeah, the old Isis versus Zeus. Not a matchup you see often anymore, just because Isis isn't used very much. Some very adventurous wood lines for Magic here. I mean, like, this corner of the map is like empty. They're nothing. This is his closest wood line. That's kind of rough. But his town centers are nice. Oasis could have very close town centers, and oh my goodness, All right, I just noticed something. That was one very good reason to change the maps. So this map gets two hunt spawns. You get your starting hunt spawn, which are the zebra, and then you get the next hunt spawn. I mean, I guess there are like hyenas, so that doesn't count. Then your other hunt spawn is the gazelle and giraffe combo. Now in the old Oasis, the giraffe combo. Actually, it was just. I guess these are a little bit different. Interesting. Three gazelle spawn. But anyway, the old map on Oasis. These giraffe, your second hunt on this map could spawn anywhere. It wasn't like one player really had a hunt. It was the map had two hunt spawns, and where it put them was just kind of anybody's guess. Well, it put them on Magic's side. So this is hunt spawn number one. This is hunt spawn number two. And then he gets his gazelle here. And then the other gazelle are right here. So what does the Mista have for food? Well, he's got his two zebra and goats. And that's it. So what a map. What a map. Well, where is he gonna get hunt? I guess he could go on these three wonderful hyena or the little monkeys. But you don't want that because that's awful. But yeah, so Magic, so he's got a rough wood line. Oh, whoopsie doopsie. But he's got hunt. So nice. And even these hyenas spawned really nice for him right next. I mean, he can go, like, basically because of the hunt screw, it kind of makes this a high hunt map for Magic. But yeah, so the old maps. Now, I will say, so when we're on the topic of old maps, imbalanced beyond all belief on these old maps. But the one nice thing about the old maps is, in comparison to the new maps, is that the old maps pretty unpredictable. Um, I mean, there's that fine line where you have balance on one side, and it's not necessarily imbalance, but more like randomness, where the maps now are pretty well balanced, but it is at the expense of some randomness. And for the most part, it's good because you don't want crap like this. But the the overbalance of it can maybe lead to a little bit of maybe boredom, maybe because the maps are kind of spawn the same way all the time now because they want to be balanced. So you lose a little bit, but in overall, it's for the best. But yeah, this is so bad for the Mista. The only thing that's good, he's got 9 goats to 7. He's got 2 more goats. Good for him. Oh, he's got more than that. He's got 11 goats. So he won the goat count, which that's normal. Did I also miss? He also bolted the priest. So Magic's priest got bolted, which is why the pharaoh went off to explore. I missed that. So this was the pharaoh exploring because he wanted to find Hunt. And in the end, he did find the hunt. He found all the hunt because he got all the hunt. So really nice for Magic. He's getting, okay, the Flood of the Nile, which gets free food. Legendary and hunting dogs already. Very slow age ups. Yeah, this is so it's just amazing that when you think about it, it's just like how slowly players used to age up. And it was the norm. Like, a 5 minute advance nowadays is pretty slow on any map. But not back in the day. I mean, and this is even in to the point where people were kind of, you know, thought they had the game figured out. But I mean, we're seeing 5:30 advances, and that just wouldn't fly anymore. So it's just kind of amazing, just over the time you can see how how the game, how the meta has changed, how players have changed. But yeah, we've got a 5:30 advance for Magic, and then a 6 minute for the Mista's Greek, which some of that is due to his very bad hunt spawn because he didn't get it. But like you would still like nowadays, you would players would value the grabbing. They would eat more of their goats early to guarantee at least a 5 minute advance. Like imagine he ages up at 5 minutes and gets his town center a whole minute earlier. That's what, four more villagers essentially. Because what is a villager train time? About train time 14 seconds. So yeah, essentially four villagers a minute. The sooner you get your town center up. Come the Sphinx forward to do a little raiding. And we've also got both heroes coming forward, so the Sphinx could do some damage. The Magic up Nephthys. I mean, with the way the hunt spawn, Magic should be able to win this game so easily. It's all the hunt. Okay, Odysseus did come back. You don't want to lose your Sphinx, though. Ooh, you don't. Sphinx. Oh, that's the lost Sphinx. The Sphinx are a good myth unit, but their long attack animation makes them very clunky to use, especially because you can't cancel the attack animation. Like once it's started, you gotta watch that thing finish its whole like 5 second attack animation or however long it is, and then that's when you end up with Dead Sphinx because that's what happens. So a 3 town center grab by TheMista against 1 town center fast heroic. Magic making his Migdal stronghold. We've got Jason coming forward and Odysseus because he knows that this is going to be tried to be grabbed here. The Scorpion Man needs to watch out. But really, we do have Ceasefire. We have upgraded Centaurs too. Very interesting to see that. And the Scorpion Man should be going to raid. And Centaurs, oh, maybe got an extra kill there. And the siege works, so we'll see a lot of chariots to kill the heroes. The centaurs actually are nice here because their special will get to Scorpion Man. So you get like 3 centaurs, and the Scorpion Man that's raiding will die. And that's really high value. We've got Magic grabbing its town center. Like this Scorpion Man might die without any benefit as well. Yeah, that's bad. So Magic lost his free Sphinx and his free Scorpion Man with nothing to show for it. That hurts a lot. And he's going for the 3 town center boom. I feel like if you're Isis here and you see your opponent going 3 town center boom on a low hunt map like this, 1 town center, just your classic 1 town center Ancestors Eclipse siege attack should work. I mean, there's no way. Yeah, this TC, it's to be used for the lumber camp, the granary. Just need a gold mine like right here, and it's a 3-in-1. Um, I don't know. I did have a 4.5 hour nap. It is 11:12. I feel like we're gonna see a whole lot of nothing here for an extended period while both players just boom. Yeah, a forest fire here would be close enough to damage the town center. And that's kind of the thing that I was kind of referencing earlier is that the with the newer maps, and I'm not super familiar with the extended edition maps, but at least I am with the Boobly maps. So like with the newer maps and a little bit more standardized ways that everything spawns. Like you wouldn't see this anymore. It can't happen. Um, and it's you kind of miss stuff like this a little bit. Um, just like the weird, funky quirks. With the way the maps used to spawn. Well, yes, the fact that Magic got all the resources is really, at least all the hunt is really stupid. But stuff like this, it's kind of cool. Um, the corner of the map spawn. I don't know if we even see this very much anymore, where you you these town centers will spawn in the exact corner. I don't know if you can even see that. You might be able to still. In patch 1.03, could you still watch it? Yeah, you could. I mean, you still can now. That's part of the. You can't fix that in the game itself. They were able to. They were able to get it out in the extended edition because they have access to whatever the source code or whatever you want to call it. But it still exists on Boobly. Without siege, I don't really know what this army is gonna do here, other than just passing. Okay, there we go. How is the Mista's economy looking? Actually, pretty good. Yeah, it's always appeared red. You could just do it anyway. As long as you just have to double click. Like you can't click and hold, that doesn't work. You know how like when you build a wall and you do this, that doesn't work. So, you can, well, if I do this, that won't ever work. But if I just double click, it'll work. And it still does. But yeah, this rain really didn't do a whole lot, and we just... I would have thought we would have seen a one-town center push from Magic, who... it's kind of sad, because having gotten all of the hunt spawns on the map, he's like pretty far behind economically, which is a little bit embarrassing. Decent eco upgrades. It's alright, I guess, Alright, I wonder why there is an observer for this. I wonder if it was like some sort of tournament back in the day. But, yeah, I don't know. We're just going to kind of stalemate here for a bit, so let's fast forward this for a bit. TheMista's gotten the 5% Archer and Ballista. Pierce damage, a nice little relic. That helps the Toxotes a little bit. A bit of a fight here in the middle. As long as, yeah, we get the priests on the Centaurs, then we should see Magic winning this pretty easily, at least the fight. I would love to see him start doing some forward building. Like, this isn't really a forward build yet, come on all the way down here. This is now up into the heroic age. You'll be able to jump up to mythic pretty quickly, whereas Magic still got a ways to go, and his eco upgrades just the first line. Would have preferred to see a little bit more than that. TheMista needs to start getting his upgrades too. And we're going to see a little bit of a push. This push, if he would have been at one town center, been a little more aggressive, could have done this a while ago. We might... Oh, if TheMista can cease fire the Ancestors Eclipse, that would be big. Magic doesn't want to use it yet, though, because he doesn't have the siege, because you would like to have Ancestors Eclipse to the point where you can get this town center down. But without more than one siege tower, he's not going to get this town center down. But Magic needs to push this, because he would love to force ceasefire without having to use Ancestors Eclipse. And you don't want to wait till Mythic Age to use Ancestor's Eclipse, because by then you probably would see a Bellerophon that would just counteract that. The Siege Tower is getting attacked by a couple of units, but all the priests here who don't have the upgrade yet. And there's the ceasefire. I think he was trying to predict the Ancestor's Eclipse, because he really didn't quite need to ceasefire, but if he would have waited to use it after Ancestor's Eclipse was used, he probably at that point, having lost a decent amount of his army, might have lost the town center. And Odisol, is that how you say it? Came back to the game years ago, or you used to spam the Canada bear cheat. Yo, Canada. Oh, who didn't though, you know? I remember doing that sometimes as well. Although generally, when I played back in the day, I was more of the online rated, so I didn't mess around quite so much. But yeah, so we're watching an old recorded game. I do this from time to time. Pork Boy, yeah, you know he doesn't get any love. But anyway, I do this from time to time where we watch old recorded games, just kind of sit back and have kind of a relaxing late night. So these recorded games are from like 2011 era. So not old like 2004, but it's 2022 now. So these are at least 10 years old, which is kind of amazing. And yet now though we have, again, now we have the Mythic Age, and Ancestor's Eclipse starts, it loses a lot of its value at this point, to the point where you might as well not even use it. You might as well save your Eclipse for a Titan now. I don't know what this is from. I have no clue. I do not know. So this little forward build wall here has made Magic build a really terrible market. Yeah, all the Mista really has to do here is just hold and then like Underworld somewhere. Like to here. And then he'd win. A Bellerophon out. Myrmidons. Osiris. Ancestors Eclipse use, so all sorts of god powers coming out right now for the Isis player. Osiris is here. We've got the siege to come in on the town center. We've got all the ancestors. He might be able to get this town center down, maybe. We got the villagers though, and this is the unpatched damage against siege units where they do just a ton. But there might be enough siege here. No. Sonny Boy needs to stay like right next to a siege tower to sit on that. Bellerophon going down. That's a pretty expensive unit to lose. Oh, I don't think this. I think these siege towers are going to go down. If maybe these towers would have been catapults, it would have been better. And I think the town center will go down, but at what expense? This was a ton of resources put into this push by Magic, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this position. We've got almost all the armory techs into play now for the Mista, who gets the benefit from the Forge of Olympus, which makes his armory techs cheaper. So, you know, what normally costs 500 wood and 400 gold just costs him 125 and 100. So he gets all the armory upgrades, whereas Magic is just stuck at 1. So, like, these Taxonis are a whole lot better than what they look. But this is a big push here. But yeah, is the game still popular? I mean, it depends what you mean by popular. It's not super active, but we do have a decent little sized community that's unfortunately a little bit split up. Kind of half of the community plays the original game on a third-party gaming platform, and the other half play what's called the Extended Edition, which is on Steam, which was like a re-release of the game in 2014 that then got a expansion pack for it. But overall was pretty crappily put together, which is why the community's kind of split, because the old game, despite coming out in 2004, or 3 actually, plays better than the extended edition that came out in 2014, which is that's kind of embarrassing. But it is what it is. But yeah, this is a big push here. Mysta needs to fall back. Yeah, Game Ranger does have another. I actually haven't been paying much attention to Game Ranger. It's not dead. So Osiris needs to hide in his little little tower here. He's like Saruman, hiding out in the tower. He'll pop out and cast a few spells and then come back, hide in the tower again. I think Game Ranger still has the community. It's just Game Ranger is like the casual of casuals, to where like there's a community, but it's so casual it almost might as well, like, it doesn't really serve a purpose, I guess, like, so to speak. Um, but yeah, the community still has tournaments, and in fact probably has more tournaments now than it did at any time in its lifespan. So like, while the community overall today is a lot smaller, we see our big underworld. Um, the competitive aspect of it is almost, in a way, like, the organizational competitive aspect is almost more active now, which is kind of weird. Um, kind of a weird underworld here. Like, the purpose to use the underworld, I guess it is gonna get. Oh, this is a huge overreaction from Magic on this underworld. He does not need to send all of this like this. What this is going to do is going to allow Mysta to get his town center back, because Magic just a little bit of an overreaction here. I don't know why the chariots are shooting at it. They need to be shooting at the Myrmidon. So yeah, this is a bit of a misplay from Magic, where really scared about the underworld, but in the end, this was the prize here, and all Underworld was just kind of a bit of a distraction. But man, this repairs so quickly too. I mean, we got, what, one villager repairing, and it was keeping up with 3 siege, essentially. I don't even think he's gonna kill it. I don't know why we still have siege towers. And oof. Like, in the end, it's an overinvestment on the underworld, but he didn't even destroy it anyway. And the problem here for Magic is the lack of axemen. Like, chariot archers are great and everything, but to fully upgraded Myrmidon, they don't do a ton of damage. I mean, they've got 41% pierce armor. I mean, granted, they do have more hack armor than pierce, but the axemen have such a high attack damage against them that it's worth it to make them. But in Magic, I'm a little scared if I'm Magic. Like, he went from being in a great spot to all of a sudden, like, this underworld really shouldn't have done what it did. It's just Magic was just. It's almost like he didn't expect Myrmidon to come out, which obviously is not true, because you're facing Zeus and you're gonna see Myrmidon, but he has nothing to kill Myrmidon, and so he's just losing unit after unit. These elephants are serving no purpose at all, just get destroyed, just like this Migdol, and Magic went from what looked like a great spot. I mean, he's up 3-2 town centers. Nice little side push here, though, while all the units down here are kind of playing up on this. We're actually seeing a few catapults. Like, if the problem for Magic, like, if these siege towers he had up here would have been catapults, this would have been killed a whole lot sooner. Excuse me. And now we have the catapults down here, which did kill the town center, but Bellerophon, oh, he just died, is back. The elephant will go down. We do have... Oh, we don't have granulation. You're always sad to see elephants being destroyed. Yeah, well, nowadays you just don't really see elephants anymore. Elephant will, instead of attacking the building that matters, will attack the armory. And this might be the end of the underworld now. Still this one villager repairing. It's this guy gets... Oh, the villager's confused. Repair. No, you gotta repair it. You don't want to lose the underworld, but he's only got one villager repairing, and these two were supposed to repair, but they got confused. Uh-oh, there's no villagers. Send them back through to repair it. Oh, it's down, isn't it? So the underworld is down. But in the meantime, TheMista got the town center again. So we're at 3-3 town centers. So all of this work, and we're kind of back to where we were. Square one. But anyway, to go back to the comment about is the community active, Odisol, if you're still there, I'm probably mispronouncing your name. There was a tournament played today, a one-day tournament. It was pretty fun. If you want to watch it, which I would recommend, if you got time to waste watching an old game from 2003 that's been re-released, watch that. It was on the Meta Plays, Metaplays, Meta Plays channel. Really nice one-day 1v1 tournament with some really good games. I really enjoyed watching the cast today. These chariot archers are just going to disappear. So if you got time, I would recommend watching it. And we see the Bellerophon juking and dodging all the arrows. Is anything going on up here? No, not really. Not a whole lot. We've got some random Myrmidons that came in for a raid. I think they're going to try to get on the market down here. Bellerophon on the catapult. Just a lack of axemen for magic. Good economy. Nice trade route. Would like to see a slightly better market like down here. But Bellerophon has 6 hit points. 5 hit points. There he goes. Now he's dead. But late game, the Zeus beats the Isis unless the Isis can spam mercenaries into the fight. And with this being where it's at, this fight, it's a little bit forward. Kind of hard for the mercenaries to make their way all the way down here. A random chariot coming out just to check things out. We have no god powers. We have the push through on the bottom here. Almost all the armory upgrades. But still, just the army composition for Magic isn't what it needs to be. It needs axemen. In the interest of time and my sleep, we'll fast forward this a little bit. Alright, now we are starting to see some axemen getting pushed into the fight here. Not enough, though. We're going to start needing to see some mummies, too, to get on all these Colossus, because we're going to start seeing a lot of Colossus coming in. This catapult just insta-kills the tower. This is my last wreck of the night, so, yeah. I already did one. Do a second. You know, this side presence here by TheMista is actually a little bit scary. If I'm Magic, I'm worried about this. Which is why he's attacking it. Because, I mean, the problem for Magic here is he's got to go a long way down this side for his push to really be worth anything. But you can't just ignore it because of where the Mista is. Like, he's so close to being able to get on this town center. So Magic has to spend some population to clear this out a little bit, which is bad for him because it means he's going to be losing on the bottom because he has to put population into here into securing this top part. And yeah, he's losing his Migdol, and then he's probably going to lose his market, which is going to be the end of his trade route for a brief time. But yeah, these chariots, the chariots, they look good against the Myrmidon, and they are kind of, but not in this, not here in the open. The chariots need to be sitting behind a pretty strong blockade of axemen, because the Myrmidons get a pretty high bonus against chariots. And we've got these mummies here, which Bellerophon, as soon as he notices these mummies are here, he's going to come running up here and just plop down on the mummies. And this market is going to get cut off. We have this side push up here, but again, I mean, look at what he's going to have to go through, which makes all of this population kind of pointless. And the market goes down. He does have another one here. This market is also almost down, which means he's going to have to rebuild another market. We've got 4 catapults. Like, so late game, essentially all resources are infinite. I mean, your farms never run out of farm. Your caravans never run out of gold. The only thing that kind of is finite is wood. But you rarely see wood running out. So, in reality, at the end of the game, in late game situation, the only resource that matters, which it really isn't even a resource at all, is population. And so basically what you try to do late game is you try to win the population battle. Which might seem, how do you do that when you're at 100, both players have 3 town centers? How do you win the population battle? Well, the key to that is making your opponent waste population. So we see a nice push here. So, like, essentially, until this push comes down to really here, this is all wasted population, in a way. Because even if he pushes through and kills this market, well, guess what? Mista can just rebuild a market here. And so this entire push isn't really accomplishing anything until it gets to down here. And that's where, like, side builds and taking control of the map is so important. Where basically by getting control of this side of the map early, he's forced Magic to put all of this population onto this side of the map just to kind of regain map control. On the bottom side here, the Mista kind of getting stalemated by all these mercenaries. And you could almost say he's kind of done the same thing as Magic, because he came around and cut all of this off. But now Magic can kind of just rebuild over here, and we're kind of, in a way, back at where we were. It's just they've kind of both like had a gentleman's agreement where they decided, you know what, let's swap corners of the map. Before this was Magic's and this was Mista's, and now let's just switch it around and everybody's happy. One thing that is hurting the Mista right now on this side of the map is his lack of forward buildings. Like, he has control all the way up to here, but he has no buildings. So, like, any reinforcements have to come from way down here. So he really doesn't have control until he gets these buildings up, which now we've got 2 fortresses and 2 temples being built. And now our fight here where the catapults have been kind of killed. And that's kind of the end of Magic's push here. And hello, Yadenho, how are you doing? Good to see you. So the Mista needs to just build and creep some towers here Crenellation towers for the mercenaries, and then send in, I don't know, get some Petrobolus behind the towers, and then just shoot this from afar, and he's fine. Like, TheMista still in a really strong spot, just based on the map control. Because, yeah, he lost a little bit of space here, but, you know, there's not a worry. Magic has to put so much population into a super inefficient trade route. He's getting 35 gold a trip, and TheMista is getting 84. So, you know, it's not really double because of the way it works as far as trade route is kind of like a slow curve. But Mista's saving a lot of population with his trade route as we see these random 4 siege towers pop out. I don't know what they're gonna do. Okay, here we're seeing a nice little triple fortress temple push here. I'd really, in this situation, really rather see them as Petrobolus hiding behind towers. And let's fast forward for a bit. Alright. We've got 5 Helipolis, a Colossus, and another Colossus. And now see, here's where the Helipolis start to falter, is in the pathing. They're pretty fat units, so they have a hard time getting through other units. So we've got all these villagers being pulled to attack the Helipolis. Even this Colossus here, he's also getting pathed out of this. We can see like all of these units here. In the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Helipolis. That's 2,500 resources, and 2 Colossus could not kill the town center. Whereas a little bit safer build, a little bit smarter attack here would have done a whole lot better. You know, we did get all of these mercenaries come out. It's so sickening how fast they were able to train back in the day. But yeah, now we see a little bit smarter of a build up here. Kind of, you know, clear your way forward. But we need to see rows of towers, maybe a wall, and then the Greek catapults hiding behind it and attacking this town center. Magic has kind of pushed through finally this corner here, which is going to help him get a better trade route. So, yes, this is no patch. This is before all things patch. So by clearing out this, finally, this corner, the better trade route, this will help Magic as far as population. And now we have another big assault on the town center here. But now we got the Pharaoh empowering Crank the 5th. The 4th. And will the town center go down? Oh, it's so close. 48. I saw it at 10. There it goes. All right, now the town center is down. The question is, with Crank the 5th, the 4th here, will this town center stay down? I don't know if it will, because we need like 1 Petrobolus. Villagers do have an attack bonus versus siege weapons. Plus 50% damage now, which this is actually inaccurate because this is based off of the current balance patch. I believe they had a times 2, maybe even more than that at this time period. It might have just been a times 2. I think it might have been times 3. I don't know. I guess I could see if they attack it and do some quick math. But that's too much work. It has to be more than a times 2. But yeah, villagers are very good at attacking siege in the game. Mainly because back in the old, we're talking old days, in Age of Mythology before the Titans. Look at all these mercenaries. Well, a common strategy was to kind of do like all-out late-game siege, and no units had siege attack bonus versus siege. So what happened is in the original AOM, Siege was kind of king, and players would just spam Siege units, and that would be how you would kind of win in competitive games. And so then when the Titans came out, Ensemble Studios gave villagers and additional units attack bonuses against Siege, which was for the best, but the problem was the attack bonus was a little bit too high, and it brought a bit too much of a defender's advantage, to where it was pretty hard to push through. But we do finally have this push through the town center here. Um, and I don't know like if Magic is really at the position where he can really do anything over here yet. In fact, it looks like no. So I think Magic's time in this game is about over. And yes, I have this just the statistics. So like I have a mod that shows the unit stats. So this is based off of the current balance patch on Voobly. So it shows the current stats, not actually the ones that were in this game, because it's so old. But we've got Crank the 5th, the 4th here. Defending for all of his life. The waves of mercenaries. The Mist essentially has infinite population for resources. Magic essentially has infinite resources. I don't know what's with the barracks auto queuing axeman here. We've got like, you know, we've got the all important fight up here. And meanwhile, we've kind of got this sideshow where Jason has just been slowly picking through these axemen for a while, one at a time. It's kind of like your sideshow of the like this is the main event, and down here, if you don't want to watch the main event, come over to the side stage. We got Jason just going one-on-one with axemen over and over and over and over. Yeah, Crank the 5th, the 4th. He does need to die one more time. I tell you what, allowing the viewers to put in names for the pharaohs, it's such a little thing. It brings me so much entertainment, though. So, Crank the 5th, the 4th, over here, really brings me some entertainment. Okay, so now this is what I'm talking about. You know, the tower push here with Petrobolus underneath the towers. Because towers with crenellations get bonus damage versus cavalry, which is mercenary cavalry. Essentially, the only way to kill mercenaries back in the day was with towers. But we've got also the combating tower spam from Magic. It really needs to target the Pharaoh. Needs to kill him somehow. Yeah, I kind of feel bad back at the beginning of the stream where Luke Ozade suggested a number that was a team game. And I said, oh, that's going to be too long. I can't do it. In the end, I get 2 50-minute 1v1. So, Luke Ozade, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you and done a team game instead. Because it wouldn't have been any longer. But yeah, this is the late game where it can kind of drag a little bit, especially on a map like this, where you only can attack on really 2 sides. You know, there's only 2 fronts you can attack. Okay, finally, Jason's dead. The barracks is slowly getting killed. Magic's doing his best, spamming mercenaries endlessly, but slowly getting pushed out here. You know, people like to complain about balance. It'll never be perfect, but I think when you watch some of these old games, you kind of, it should be pretty easy to see why the balance patches came out, because yes, you can kind of play like this still, but there's so many things that were worked on to kind of change just how the late game could really just kind of bog down, and there's just so many little imbalances and stuff. Like, a lot of things people don't realize either is that towers have been considerably nerfed as well. Um, like right now it's got 22 pierce damage. I think on the current patch it end up maxing out like 16 or something. And that's 22 for like 2 arrows, or maybe even more if you're empowering it. And crank the fifth, the fourth. I mean, he's been in like the front line for like the past 4 minutes. The dude just won't die. It's like he's here, but he's not. Like all these red units just keep running by. Oh, nope. This Myrmidon was gonna get him, but no. So I mean, look at him. He's still here, like surrounded by red. And oh no 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 no! There he goes. Oh, he still lives with 3 hit points left as Magic resigns. And here is the resignation finally. Um, 45 minutes into the game, where the mercenaries really allowed Magic to hang on a lot longer than he needed to. Um, and yeah, once we kind of got these Petrobolus into tower spam here, that's really what keyed in for the game here. Odisol, so let me here. So I would suggest here's I am Boit is a good streamer to watch. The tournament that was hosted earlier today or yesterday, depending on where you were, is Meta Plays. Both of them stream on Twitch. Boyd also has a really good YouTube channel where he uploads like 2 videos a day usually. So yeah, if you're like me and you're 30, how old am I? 34 years old, and you like yourself some Age of Mythology and you have a little bit of free time, Boyd's a good guy to watch. Meta Plays has kind of been the place lately to watch tournament action. Um, and so both of them are good channels to go to. Um, as Skinner says in chat, Chrono JJ is me. I'm a pretty cool guy too, but I'm not as active as other channels, especially nowadays. Just summertime, family. I tend to be pretty busy, but Boyd does a really
You
good
need
job.
to
I would
upgrade.
say Boyd is he's the most talented Age Mythology caster. He's really good at it. So I would recommend Boyd. Um, but yeah, I mean, shoot, just go, check the Age Mythology on Twitch, which you're here. Check the past broadcasts on Twitch and kind of see what's uh what's been going on. But yeah, the tournament for meta plays is really good today. As we look at the resource count, Magic does end up with more. That's just because of gold. I mean, all the gold for his mercenaries. I mean, let's see. Most popular unit. Champion Axemen. Actually ended up making quite a few Axemen. A lot of Myrmidon. Gold Colossus. Mummies. Hey, finally got 100 messages tonight at the end of the night. So that's good to see. But anyway, so that's the end of the stream for tonight. Appreciate all you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed going through these two old games. I'm hoping now that I'm not sick with COVID anymore or other stuff because I don't know, this first couple months. I think it's from having kids. It just seems like the kids always get some stupid cold, then I'm sick, and then I'm like, shoot, it's 9 o'clock. I just want to go to bed. And then the kids get like a different cold, and then I get it, and then it's like, ah, shoot, it's 9 o'clock. Should I play some Age of Mythology or go to bed? And I just go to bed. So that's kind of what's been going on lately. It's just busy with life, which is good. But then when the end of the day comes around, and I'm like, finally have some free time to sit around, I'm like, I'd rather just sit and do nothing, vegetate. Um, but I'm hoping as the next weeks come to be able to be on here a little bit more.
Into you.
Keep you guys company. You guys keep me company. But yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the good times for everybody, and nice to see a new face, Odisol, um, in. learning a little bit about the age mythology community tonight. And good to see Skierner back as well. It's been, you were kind of gone for a little bit, it seems, but you're back. Well, yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. No, I don't have any Boit merch yet. I've been thinking about it. But yes, the three rules in life: stay safe, stay healthy, and probably the most important is stay happy. Probably the most important of the three. Um, and that's it for tonight. So bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.